dress off like a welcome to the rodeo.
What's up, gang?
Let me go secure for the game right quick.
Hey, what's up, gang?
I got it.
I think it's my fault.
For real.
What's up,
Get the
gang?
rest.
Hey, I got that chicken to go.
I'm gone.
A lot of these look lost. They broke. They think it's my fault. No car. I want that caught. I'm dripping. I'm stuck with the sauce.
Good drip. Good drip.
But she love you. Don't cut your. Reynolds Da Vinci is white. Limited Louis, that's light. Rape in the city, that's light. LED, look at the light. We the ones don't like. But you look too light. Why even play with your life? Bank account looking like yikes. I went from filling out kites to putting it my block. Blue Gucci sweater is drill. Somebody give me a. These ain't like the cops. Gossiping more than a. In jail I had. I make you dead off the. Think that I made it, they can't be my friends, so they wanna be ops. If I see them hating and I'm in that spaceship, I'm dropping the top. Ain't like my beat, ain't no happy belated, I'm counting the guap. Who gave you a voice? Who told you your thoughts count? GPS straight to the money. I put my big homie got the big Mickey Mouse. You posted your at 12 and 8 that night, see how my all over the mansion. Can't sit on my house. I got that chicken to go. A lot of these look lost. They broke. They think it's my fault. No car. I want that caught. I'm dripping. I'm stuck with the sauce. But she love you. Don't cut your. Reynolds Da Vinci is white. Limited Louis, that's light. Rape in the city, that's light. LED, look at the light.
We find ourselves at the home of the world's first retractable natural grass field as you get a look inside State Farm Stadium in Glendale. So this was the scene a moment ago. The Cardinals emerging from their tunnel, and we are ready for football as the Cards get set to match up with Russell Wilson and the Seattle Seahawks. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. Carry for the converted wideout, J.D. McKissick. And he's going to be met at the line of scrimmage and taken down. No gain on the play there, second down. Well, they had to run for no gain. Now they'll try again from the 25 on 2nd and 10. Now Wilson on 2nd down. This complete to Lockett. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. 17 yards on the pickup there, and the drive will continue. Just the first quarter, but tackling going to be so important going forward. They've got to limit plays like that.
And that's something when you see it happen early in the game and they don't get him on the ground, you can always tell that they were concerned about it going in. Because I can just tell you from my days, I remember being in college and worrying all off-season about our season-open opponent, and they had a receiver that could shake and bake with the best of them. I tackled him on the first pass of the game, and the relief was incredible. I ended up having a pretty decent ball game. But if I'd missed him, it would have been a different story. Long night.
On 2nd down, here's Wilson. Finding a safety valve here. That's complete. And he'll be taken down, but not before he works it past the 50. It's a 10-yard pickup, and it moves the chains. And early on, they're picking up right where they left off last week.
And I know a lot of coaches say each game is its own. You don't really have carryover. This feels like carryover. So much confidence from the previous game that they're using to their advantage now.
Come on, let's go.
So into Cardinal territory now. It's 1st and 10 at the 48-yard line. They'll run it now out of the gun. he's going to fight his way forward here for a modest gain. It's a pickup of 4, and it'll bring up second down.
I call that play a success. A nice inside run sets up a very manageable second down. A very solid gain on that play.
Now it's Carson. And able to push his way forward here for a good little gain. It's a 6-yard run, leaves him with about a foot or so here still to go to hit the marker with third down coming up. Here's Carson. And he's able to get the first before he's taken down at the 36. Give him 3 yards and a fresh set of downs. If you make the stop there, maybe you hold him to 3 on this opening drive. They didn't get the stop.
Yeah, new set of downs now. Now you're worried about, just as you pointed out, not just giving up 3, possibly giving up 6. Let's see what they decide to do here because they've got to change up what they have been doing. It hasn't been working.
So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. On 1st and 10, it's Wilson. He couldn't quite hold it. Got hit. Ball pops out, incomplete.
You get a tight end like this, and you know he's used to dishing out punishment, but here, he's one that has to absorb the contact, and as a result, unable to hold on to the football.
They'll try again from the 36 on 2nd and 10. This is Carson. And they're able to get this one past the 30 down to the 25. A nice pick up there, 10 yards, and it'll move the sticks.
And that's a run that'll energize an offensive line. They'll take that one all day long. Fundamental breakdown by the defense. You've got to be able to make plays on the edge.
Throwing now, Wilson on 1st down. And it's incomplete. Boy, he doesn't drop many like that one. 2nd down.
We know it's not an easy job to go out and catch passes when people are trying to tackle you and knock the ball away. But the bottom line is, that's a pass he's got to have and a pass he should have caught.
An incomplete pass leads to 2nd and 10 from the 25. Throwing again. Wilson. Flushed out right. Oh, he stays up. All that gets him is just a yard, and now it's 3rd down.
Nice job there defensively. A great time to dial up a blitz.
And give him credit under center instead of throwing it away. Actually a pretty good job of getting past the line of scrimmage, not losing yardage. The 13th play now coming on this opening drive. Here's 3rd down. From the shotgun, Wilson. And an alley to run. And they'll bring him down at the 18-yard line. Pretty solid gain of 7 yards that time as he scrambled, but now they face a 4th down.
That was a good effort there, trying to do it on his own, but as a defender, you're in a tough spot because you have coverage responsibilities behind you, and if you take off too quick to try and get him down, he might loft it over your head.
So better to track with your man defensively than try to go up and make a stop on the quarterback.
Exactly right. What you're hoping is that your guys in the front 7 can get him down.
So they get 3, certainly hoping for 6 after a 13-play drive.
So you console yourself on defense by saying you did your job, right? If they go 13 plays, you only give up a field goal, you did a nice job there. But here's the other part. 13 plays, you don't force any mistakes, you don't take the ball away. Maybe that's the way they should look at it.
J.J. Nelson now to return. Oh, little 360. And pretty good field position here. He's out of bounds right at the 35. Rosen and the Cardinals take over with a 1st and 10 at their 35-yard line. A big welcome back carry for David Johnson, who almost missed all of last year. And nothing doing. He's immediately taken down at the line of scrimmage.
I know the scouting report on him is that he doesn't possess the eye discipline to be an elite linebacker. And what that means is his ability to read, react, and make a play. But on that one, he looked like one of those guys.
And now it's Rosen looking. This one complete to Christian Kirk. And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. It's a gain of 11 yards that time, and it produces a new set of downs. Throwing now, Rosen on 1st down. Throw right side is going to be caught by Kirk. And he'll work it across midfield inside the 45. Back-to-back 11-yard gains, and they've got another 1st down.
They've got good playmakers on the offensive side of the ball. I don't know what happened last week to really hurt their performance and hold down their production, but I would dare say that this week in practice, there's a lot of talk about how they're going to increase their proficiency.
And that was a good start getting the playmakers involved. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked off by the all-pro free safety, Earl Thomas. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. After the interception, here's Wilson. Buying time to his left. A gain of 11 to kick off the drive, and it's a quick 1st down.
Partner, as a quarterback, sometimes you just got to know when the clock has gone off in your head, it's time to go. Tuck it and get all you can.
So 1st and 10 now from the 30. They'll run it now out of the gun. And he works his way forward for a couple up past the 30.
Well, we saw him there trying to get it to the outside, trying to get to the perimeter, but not a whole lot of room there. But there's got to be one positive to that. If you keep moving laterally, creases tend to develop as the game moves on, and they can run it back inside later.
On 2nd down, Wilson. It's caught right side, Dixon. And he'll be brought down shy of the 40 at the 38-yard line. Alongside my broadcast partner, Charles Davis, Brandon Gaudin hits the Seahawks with a football to begin quarter number 2. They've got a 3rd down and a yard to start things out. Here's Wilson. Flush to his right. He finds his man, Baldwin. And he gets this to the other side of midfield across the 45 before going out. Baldwin's first catch going to be good enough for a 1st down. A couple of 1st downs has the football positioned at the 43 as they come up 1st and 10. Now Wilson on 1st down. Eluding the pressure right. Toward the right sideline, but it's incomplete.
And that's one he's got to be happy to have back. There wasn't a hole open in the zone.
You'd have to think on early downs like that 1st down there, need to be a little bit more careful.
Yeah, fortunately for him, got a couple more downs to play with.
So 2nd down, still 10 yards to go. Ball on the 43. Again on 2nd and 10, it's Wilson. And he fires one incomplete. Tyler Lockett was the target there. And that takes us from 2nd to 3rd down. Before the game, they were running the route tree about as efficiently and effectively as we could have possibly imagined, but sometimes the passes just go awry.
Yeah, let's face it. When you're running the route tree in pregame, you don't have defenders breathing down your neck. You don't have defensive backs making plays on the football. Hard to replicate the intensity of the game in pregame.
And he's got his target. That's more. And they'll wind up getting this one all the way down inside the 20. That one goes for 24 yards. From the red zone now, here's Wilson on first down. Looking for the out route, and he's got more. And now they're inside the 10 as he's brought down at the 9. Give him 9 there on the first down completion. That last catch short of the marker by just a yard leaves him with a very manageable 2nd and 1. They run it with Carson. And a short pickup there down to about the 9. He can muster only a yard there, and they'll be left with a 3rd and very short.
Doubling this guy has to be a priority before moving up to the next level because the big fella, he just ate that one alive, just stuffed it. In fact, before the game, he was talking to us, and he's like, hey, these pants make me look fat? And we said, nah, man, you're just a whole lot of guy.
He is at well over 300 pounds. He's a big man. The offense on 3rd down tonight, they've been good. 3 for 4 thus far. They're looking at 3rd and a few inches. And on the ground they go with a running back. And he won't have the touchdown, but he will have the first down as he's tackled at the 2. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal. So another 3rd down conversion, and now they've got a 1st and goal. They'll toss it out to Carson. And he's across the chalk into the end zone. Touchdown, Seahawks. A great play there. His 6th touchdown of the season. And the Seahawks find a way to stretch their lead. Sebastian Janikowski on for the PAT. Janikowski adds the extra point, and the lead grows to 10-0. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. The Cardinals offense now works their way back onto the field. And following the interception, just any interception, are you a little bit more cautious when you start that next drive, or no, you just throw that out the window?
I think you are. I don't think that there's any way you can run back out there and go, totally didn't affect me. Let's just go ahead and be loose with the football again. You're going to take care of it, but you have to be careful about being too cautious because now you can't run any offense at all.
Still want to attack. We'll see how they attack them here. A loss of a yard there to start out. That leads to a 2nd and 11. On 2nd down, here's Rosen. And the hit jarred it loose. It's incomplete.
Anytime a defense can sit back in a zone like that, it tends to create a lot of congestion in the middle of the field. Makes it very hard to slot one in.
Looked like I-4 at rush hour in your hometown of Orlando, Florida. An absolute mess.
Detroit!
On 3rd down, Rosen. Nowhere to go here. He lost the football. And the Seahawks have recovered.
Well, that's a down and distance coaches always talk about trying to avoid, isn't it? I mean, that's 3rd and long. And you just know they're pinning their ears back and coming after him, sometimes even with extra pressure.
And he knew that. I mean, he knew they were coming. He just fumbled it.
Yeah, he knew it. The offensive line knew it. Everyone did, yet the pressure was still there, and he ended up coughing it up.
Following the fumble recovery, it's Wilson. End zone caught. Touchdown, Seattle. Tyler Lockett, his first touchdown on the year. And the Seahawks add on to their lead. Well, what a quick turnaround there. They get the football. Next play, boom, touchdown.
I've been in a situation before where a turnover occurs, and if you're over on the bench with your defensive mate and you talk about what to do on your next series, and all of a sudden you hear sudden change, you've got to get out on the field and defend right away. Not everyone is mentally prepared to go.
Is that what is yelled on the sidelines a lot of times?
That, among other things.
Maybe some words we can't share here.
Yeah, we'll just keep this one PG.
FCC violation.
No doubt.
And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. Rosen and the Cardinals take over with a 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
Now let's go. 3, 9.
Rosen on 1st and 10. And that's caught left side. Seals Jones with it. And he will lose yardage and be backed up to the 24. He'll wind up losing a yard on the play, and that'll bring up a 2nd and 11.
All right, here we go. 3, 19.
From the gun, it's Rosen. That's caught on the left side by Kirk. And he's taken down, but able to slip across the 35. 3rd catch of this first half for him, and this one is a 1st down. So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. The 1st down carry here for Johnson. And they bring him to the ground just shy of midfield. 11 more on that one, and another 1st down. As David Johnson works his way back from the wrist injury, what are the hesitations, the cautions for him?
Well, number one, you want to make sure he's got full strength in the wrist because he's going to carry the football an awful lot, so ball security is important. And you definitely want to make sure there's flexibility there because he's been such a great pass catcher in the past. You want to make sure he gets back to being able to do that as well.
Barkevius Mingo in that time on the tackle. From midfield now, here's Rosen. Trying to set up the screen, and it's intercepted. Picked off near the 44. And now off to the races, down the right side. And he's going to score. It's a Seahawk touchdown.
Partner, what we just saw, that's a great example of a team that was really amped up. They've been playing so well, yet they didn't get overexcited and have a bust on defense and gave up a big play. Instead, they created their own big play with a pick six. This one may be over.
Yeah, it's just the first half, but that lead has swelled to the point where you're wondering if it is over already. Janikowski good with the extra point, and the route is on here in this first half. So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick six, and now the kick is away. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. And the Cardinals getting set to trot out there now. And some dangerous territory. You're already down 3 scores. A 3-and-out here, or an inability to put any points up. This one might be over by half.
Yeah, and what you also have to guard against is calling every play for a big shot downfield. You know, thinking you're going to get all these points back on one drive. You're not. And last time I looked, it's still the first half.
All right, here we go.
I'm not saying you have ultimate patience here, but you also don't have to go ahead and force everything either.
And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. That play going for 16 yards to start the drive. First down.
Exactly what they needed right there, because they needed to use the ground game to take some pressure off, because the quarterback's been struggling a little bit.
Hey, Mike's 50, Mike's 50. All right, now, lucky 56. Lucky 56.
On first down, it's Rosen. And that'll be incomplete. We do have a penalty flag down, however. Let's see what that's about. Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. Following the penalty, it's Johnson. And he'll be taken down at the 33, a pickup of about 4.
Typically, we think it's the strong safeties that are better tacklers, especially closer to the line of scrimmage amidst traffic. But in this case, how about the free safety coming up and making the big-time play?
We got heavy. Everybody scoot. All right, now, lucky 56. Lucky 56.
On second down, Rosen. And down he goes. They sack him back right around the 41-yard line. The best name in the NFL, Barkevious Mingo. And it'll be a third and about 13. Out of the gun, here's Josh Rosen. And that is incomplete.
Well, that certainly looked like something that they discussed all week in practice getting ready for this one. Take the big shot right out of the gate. At worst, you'll open up the defense a little bit, loosen them up, have them back on their heels.
They're going on 4th down. Rosen. He's got his man. It's caught in the end zone. Touchdown, Arizona. As his guys are in for 6. And the Cardinals cut into that lead. Wow, talk about a big 4th down conversion for the score. Defensively, how do you let that happen?
I think you start with the offense, and you give them credit for going for it and having that type of, well, let's face it, audacity. But defensively, I think you're right on target, partner. There's no way something like that's supposed to happen in that situation. You're supposed to be able to shut that down and get the ball back for your own team. Instead, they give up not just a big play, but a touchdown.
The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. This will be taken in at the 1. And he'll take this across the 25, couple extra yards up to the 27-yard line. Meanwhile, in Los Angeles, an update from there. It's the Chargers out to an early lead. That one tight to this point, and you'd have to imagine it'll stay tight throughout. They'll start out on the ground with Carson. He finds an opening past the 40. And finally marked down at the 42-yard line. 31 yards there and a first down.
This is a little bit like baseball here. Strong up the middle. Both sides want to be that. In this case, the offense ended up winning the ultimate battle.
And those big runs between the tackles, that's a little deflating for a defense, isn't it?
It really is, because that's where your strength's supposed to be. You're supposed to be in a spot where they can't make that yardage there. You're supposed to send them outside. Not in this case.
15 yards through the air and a first down. And defensively, they were in zone coverage there. Do you have to be a little careful you're losing playing against a good quarterback like he is to not play too much zone?
Yeah, you have to be careful about how much time you're giving up. I think it's a good point you just brought up. So maybe if you still want to play zone, you go to a zone blitz scheme. And you can drop anyone out of your defensive front. Defensive end, defensive tackle. It doesn't matter. You just exchange someone to bring more pressure towards the quarterback and still try and cover downfield.
2nd and 10 now from the 27. And they'll run it here. And he's going to fight his way forward here for a modest gain. Give him 4 on the ground there. They're now left with 3rd and 6.
Brandon, all things considered, they have to feel pretty good about getting that type of a gain, considering the blitz that they just had against them.
On third down, Wilson. And he's got Lockett. And able to get this down inside the 15 to either the 13 or 14 before he's out of bounds. Wilson to Lockett there for the Seahawk first down. From the red zone now, they'll look to throw. And he's got it. Caught in the end zone for the Seahawk touchdown. Russell Wilson with 2 first-half touchdown passes. And the Seahawks find a way to stretch their lead. Janikowski on for the extra point. Janikowski adds the extra point. And the rout is on here in this first half. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. So out now come the Cardinals. I guess they have to feel a little gratified to at least get on the board last time, but still work to do.
No doubt about it. I wonder now if they're going to try to increase the urgency a little bit, maybe pump up the pace, maybe go 2-minute. Who knows? Let's see what they decide to do.
And he's able to plow forward up to about the 29, just shy of the 30. Call it a gain of 4 on first, and that'll make it second down. 2nd and 6, just inside the 30.
Set! Green 39! Green 39!
Now Rosen to throw on second down. And incomplete there. A nice hit. Jars the ball free and brings up third down.
An attempt at a deep ball there. They didn't get it. But, boy, they're going to need a few of those to actually hit in order to get back into this game.
Good thing they do have a little bit of time here still left in the contest. Decent-sized deficit, but not one that they can't manage. Now it's Rosen. Lets it go for Nelson. And that one incomplete. Had some position but couldn't hold on, and it brings up fourth down.
Another dangerous throw there, partner. I mean, he's already thrown 2 interceptions here in the first half. I don't know if you want to keep throwing up 50-50 balls and you've had that kind of lack of success.
Yeah, absolutely. Very well could have been a 3rd interception in half number 1. A second quarter score from Carson. A good return there. Call it 13 yards. And control of the football switching hands with very little time remaining until the half. It's the Chargers out to an early lead. And we'll keep you abreast of how that one shakes out.
Let's go 14.
On first down, Wilson. He's going to air this half for Baldwin. And that will be incomplete with a clock down now to 13 seconds. The intended target, Doug Baldwin. And that'll bring up second down. Here's 2nd and 10 now from about the 32. Now a handoff looking right. And he'll get this one up to about the 39 here. Second down, a little more productive than first. 7 yards on the gain. It gets him to 3rd and 3 now. We have hit halftime. Still 2 more quarters to go. We'll take a timeout. We'll be back after this. You're watching the NFL, and it's on EA Sports. It's in the game. Both teams appear ready for the fight ahead, and we resume action here in quarter number 3. Here comes Nelson. A spin, and now running right through it.
We all know the teams never want to use the word panic, but if they expect to win this game, it has to start right here, right now. That return just set them up for points, and it needs to be a touchdown, not a field goal.
Rosen and the Cardinals take over with a 1st and 10 at the 41-yard line. And they start the second half with Johnson. And he'll push his way up to about the 44 here. Give him 3 on first down. It'll set up a 2nd and 7.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
Here we go. 3-19. Detroit!
From the shotgun, it's Rosen. And he's going to be intercepted a third time. Shaquille Griffin with a pick. And to the 43. So down inside the 45 to the 43-yard line. That's where they'll take over. Throwing now, Wilson on first down. To the right side, and he's got more complete. And all the way in, touchdown Seattle. Making a hat trick for Russell Wilson. 3 touchdown passes now. And the interception by the Seahawks D leads to a touchdown. Janikowski good with the extra point, and that will extend this big lead. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. Here comes Nelson. And he'll get it up past the 20 to the 22-yard line. The Cardinal offense now making their way back out onto the field. They've got to dig down deep. I mean, they need something right now, really anything to cling on to. This offense has struggled.
Partner, join me in a walk to their locker room at the half, okay? Because I think what we would have seen is an offensive coordinator and his assistant coaches getting together with all their positions, then coming together as a group, going over adjustments, and then the head coach coming in and just screaming.
And that's caught inside the 35. And he takes it all the way down to the 32. Well, even after all those interceptions, he's not deterred, still confident to go deep at work there.
I think all the old rules about playing that position still apply. If things go wrong, you still act like you're the best player out on the field. You still carry that supreme arrogance with you and continue to fire the ball. I've seen guys have games like this, and this is where you find out if you're great or not. Can you overcome some interceptions and still lead your team to victory?
And now it's Rosen looking. And he took the thing one-handed. What a grab. And down inside the 15, shy of the 10. And the play goes for 19 yards. Gives him a new set of downs. Now a 10th carry for Johnson. Oh, and now he bowls him over. And they go the wrong way on this one. Losing yardage back at the 12. It's a loss of a yard there, and now second down.
Brandon, we're into the second half, and this offense has not scored a lot of points, and that was another example of why. I think it's time to open things up and start really trying to move the ball.
Lucky 56.
Here's Rosen. Underneath for Johnson. And he'll get it here to the 10-yard line. It'll be a 2-yard gain, and that'll make it third down.
I know most of the time when the ball's in the air, you're thinking wide receiver, tight end, but running backs, they can be a big part of any passing offense nowadays.
Set. 3-19.
Now Rosen. This will be caught about the 5. And he will have the first down, but he winds up taking a pretty good shot that time. They're able to convert on third down, and that sets up a first and goal.
Detroit!
They'll run it with Johnson. And he'll actually lose a little bit of yardage here. Back to the 2. Back at the 2 now. Here's 2nd and goal. Now Rosen looking to throw. Escaping the pressure right. And his throw is incomplete. Give credit to K.J. Wright. He was disrupting defensively.
I know every offense wants to start their snaps closer to the goal line, but it's actually harder to throw the ball in those situations. You throw into that tight coverage, you see what happens. Hard to get the ball in there.
Not enough space there. Lucky maybe that it wasn't intercepted. This Seattle defense, they haven't broken yet. Coming up here on a 3rd and goal situation. To throw is Rosen. Dumping it off for Johnson. And he is into the end zone. Touchdown, Arizona. David Johnson, his 2nd touchdown on the season. And the Cardinals get a bit closer. Dawson tacks on the point after. And the lead's down to 24. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. And the Seahawks get ready to trot out on the field. And they're hoping to redo their efforts in the last drive when they got into the end zone.
And just think of what it's like now on the sideline, because when you score a touchdown, you have to go over and look at the tablet and see what you did on the last drive. When you score points, it's a whole lot better view than when you're trying to figure out how to fix things there.
A loss of a full 3 yards, and now it's 2nd down.
Robert Nkemdiche, we've heard about him since high school. How about that total package of power, speed, and agility?
Yeah, he was widely thought of as the best high school product his senior year, wasn't he?
Yeah, and Ole Miss was really happy to get him. And how about that play he just did there? Welcome to the NFL, young man.
It's complete to Lockett. And he takes us beyond the 35 before going out of bounds. He's been big, 2 touchdowns earlier. Now he's got a 1st down here. So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. Now contact up front as penalty markers come in. Who is this against? A free 5 yards as the defense jumps.
I know it's an anticipation game for them, but it's also a reaction game, and they reacted poorly on that one.
They will come up on a 1st and 5 following the encroachment penalty. From the gun, it's Wilson. Flushed out right. It's caught. Baldwin. And taking it across midfield and inside the 45. 17 yards on the pickup there. The drive will continue. It's a 1st down. So into Cardinal territory now. It's 1st and 10 at the 42-yard line. They go play action now. Wilson. Flush to his right. Now he's going to let it go deep right sideline. So they took a shot on 1st down, but couldn't connect. Well, one thing's for sure, they're still taking their shots downfield, even with a big lead.
I think it's way too early to go into a shell, so I like what they're doing. Continue to take your shots. Continue to be aggressive. It's not their job to slow themselves down.
And the hit jarred it loose. It's incomplete.
It's a lot of contact going on there, and in the end, unable to keep 2 hands on the football and bring it into his body.
Everything looked pretty good until the finish. And the Seahawks on 3rd down. They have been superb. 5 for 6 to this point. This is 3rd and 10. Throwing again here. Wilson. That escapes the sack. So he got free of 1 tackle, but couldn't do a whole lot else. Only able to get back a yard for his efforts, and that leads us to 4th down.
How about a tip of the cap to the defense? They're working against a very mobile quarterback, but all day long they've kept him under wraps. And on that play, they held him to a short gain.
And that'll hit in the end zone. Much too much leg there. That'll be a touchback. Here's the Arizona offense now as they get set to take over. They come in off a touchdown drive the last time they had the ball to cut down that lead. Now the defense has done their part, got them the football back.
Momentum started to shift a little bit when they scored the touchdown. It increased when the defense got them the ball back. Momentum definitely in their favor. Now they got to keep things cranking, keep it on high so they can keep cutting into that lead.
After the loss to start out, here's 2nd and 11. On 2nd down, here's Rosen. And incomplete there. A nice hit. Jars the ball free and brings up 3rd down.
The beauty of being able to play a zone defense when you can sit back and see the ball coming out of the quarterback's hands. Guess what? Creates a lot of confusion, kind of a muddle in the middle of the field where you can go make a play on the football.
All right, now, look at 56. Look at...
On 3rd down, Rosen. Oh, he almost intercepted it. They're just forcing it into too many tough spots. That was almost a 4th pick of the game. And now 4th down. Here's Andy Lee now as he'll kick it away for the 2nd time. And this is away. It's a high kick, and he got all of it. Elsewhere around the NFL, they're in the 3rd quarter in Carson. The Chargers have just scored, so they've taken the lead in that ball game. Remember to keep an eye on the ticker, of course, at the bottom of your screen for updates on that game and others around the NFL. Wilson and the Seahawks take over now, 1st and 10, just shy of the 30. They go play action with Wilson. Eluding, and he's going to have to eat this one as down he goes. Chandler Jones in there to make the sack. He buries him for a loss of 10. So now 20 yards to go on 2nd down after the sack. Work to be done. Here's Wilson. And a hit jarred it loose. It's incomplete.
Even without a ton of pressure in his face, it just shows how difficult it is to pick apart his own defense. Those guys are sitting back, and they're not playing receivers as much as they're playing the eyes of the quarterback and when he delivers the ball.
The Seahawks on 3rd down. They've been very good, 5 for 7 thus far. This will be 3rd and forever. Off the play fake. Here's Wilson. He's going to air this out for Baldwin. He rifles one that's intercepted. Picked off by Trey Boston. And the return comes to a halt right at the 44-yard line. If they needed a break, they needed to make a play here in the 3rd quarter. Defensively, they did that. Now they got to go quickly and get some points on the board.
And the best part is that they made their own break. Taking the ball away. Now they just look at their offense and saying, guys,
let's go.
Come on, capitalize on this one.
After the interception, here's Rosen. He's going to loft one deep left side here. And that one falls incomplete. Looked like he might have had position there, but he couldn't hold on it at 2nd down.
This defense is continuing to contest every deep ball that is thrown downfield. And, look, it doesn't matter whether you're playing man or zone. Eventually, that becomes man on man, and you've got to trust yourself and go up at that moment of truth and make a play on the football.
Rosen again on 2nd and 10. And incomplete there. A nice hit. Jars the ball free and brings up 3rd down. We have not seen a whole lot of wide-open receivers. Everything seemingly has been contested.
And that's another nice job there to force an incompletion. They've been very cohesive, knowing each other's moves all game long, and they've been on the spot just about every time.
And they've held them in check on the scoreboard.
He's mine, he's mine, he's mine. All right, now, lucky 56. Lucky 56.
From the gun on third down, it's Rosen. And he's got Gresham. And they'll wind up getting this one all the way down inside the 20. A big third down conversion with a gain of 28. Johnson on the counter. And he is into the end zone. Touchdown, Arizona. David Johnson, his second touchdown of the afternoon. And the Cardinals cut into that lead.
Gone, gone! Gone, gone! Gone, gone! Gone, gone!
Here's Rosen to throw. Pressure comes. He's taken down by the Seahawk defense. So tried to throw it in for 2 points, but the D got home, brought him down.
Yeah, got home, which means there had to be good coverage. Just had nowhere to go with the ball. Typically, you try and throw quick hitters, quick slants, maybe even a quick fade. Nothing was open. He ends up getting sacked.
And Seattle now ready to march onto the field. And, Charles, you'd have to think this is where you want to start taking some time off the clock.
Oh, definitely, because you got the lead, right? You take a good look up there and you say, okay, what do we need to do here? Well, you're not in full-out protect mode. You want to make sure you run it, throw it safe, take some time off, and eat it up.
They'll indeed run here right off the bat. And he'll work his way across the 30 to the 32. 7 yards on the pickup there, and it'll leave him with a 2nd and 3.
Despite the blitz, they're still able to pick up a nice solid gain. The disadvantage of blitzing often alters the normal spacing and run fits and leaves creases like they were able to exploit right there.
Now Wilson on 2nd down. And an alley to run. Welcome back to the desert. We're in Glendale. It's the Seahawks with the possession. They also have the lead here as we get set for the 4th and final quarter. So into Cardinal territory now. It's 1st and 10 at the 46. And they'll try the ground game here with the running back. And he'll fight forward maybe to the line of scrimmage, but that's all. Officially no gain on the play, and it's 2nd down. Run blitz there defensively, something we might see more of here in the 4th quarter.
I think we'll see a lot of it, and the difference between that and a pass blitz, you're just trying to get to the quarterback. You're trying to scheme someone open who will get to the QB and make sure he gets on the ground. In a run blitz, you're actually trying to cover up gaps, trying to cover up holes so they can't run the football.
They run again with Carson. And he's got this down to the 35. Give him 10 yards on that one, and that'll earn him a fresh set of downs.
Do my eyes deceive me, or is he getting stronger as this game moves along?
Burst seems just as good here in the 4th as it was way back in the 1st, doesn't it?
I do believe someone put a lot of time in the offseason and continues to condition during the season in order to continue to carry the ball at this rate.
And they'll go ground game here with a tailback. And he'll be taken down at the 34. Robert Kimdichie, the one to bring him down.
Bottom line, they want to keep this clock rolling, so they'll take that one right there. They just want to keep falling forward, and they want to put the onus on the big fellas up front in order to bring this one home.
Now Wilson. Escaping the pressure right. Now he'll let... Now the defense loses him. It's complete. And all the way in. Touchdown, Seattle. Russell Wilson now with 4 touchdown passes on the afternoon. And the Seahawks add on to their lead. Janikowski now for the point after. Extra point pretty close to that right upright, but he does get it to go. And the decision to just kick the extra point winds up successful. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. The Cardinal offense here ready to take over. Rosen and the Cardinals take over with a 1st and 10 at their 25-yard line.
Now let's go.
Throwing now, Rosen on 1st down. He sets to fire deep, and his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Picked off by the Pro Bowl safety Cam Chancellor. And they take possession of the football and have it at the 36-yard line. So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. They'll begin the drive with Carson. He can't bring him down.
The weight room does work.
And he puts his head down and gets up to the 42 for a gain of about 6.
Well, Brandon, pace comes into play now because they've got the advantage. They've got the football, but they've got to be very careful about what speed they're going to play. You know, my music teacher back in New Paltz, Mrs. Bythema Bagley, used to say, don't go prestissimo when you really want to go largo. And what she meant by that is don't go too fast when you really want to go at a nice, slow, deliberate pace.
I am speechless. I am without speech.
Single, slop. Hey, you're on an island over there. You're on that. Check three.
Play action. It's Wilson. Fighting to stay upright. Flushed out right. Flush to his right. The rushing numbers for Wilson may be down from earlier in his career, but he's still a threat to go, showing it there, picking up the 1st down.
Offensively, they liked their situation, so they tried to take a shot downfield, but no one was open. So it was tuck it in run time, and he picks up a 1st down.
And they'll go with a ground attack here. A loss of a full 3 yards, and now it's 2nd down.
Brandon, it's clearly a running situation when you're up in the 4th quarter. They're going to have to stack the box and make it difficult for them to move the ball. Made it very difficult right there. Now they need to repeat that effort. Yeah, bring 7, 8, 9, whatever it's going to take to slow them down.
On 2nd down, Wilson. Eluding the pressure right. And he fires one that's intercepted. Buda Baker with a pick. And his guys will take over at the 30-yard line. Well, I get what he was trying to do. He was moving to his right and trying to shift the coverage, but instead he shifted the coverage also to the right and threw it right into it for an interception. They begin the drive with Johnson. And he'll get this up only to about the 33. A gain of 3, 2nd down. And that's one of the reasons you like to blitz even on run downs. It confuses the blocking assignments. It doesn't allow those offensive linemen to get up to the 2nd level.
Yeah, baby. All right, here we go. 3-19.
On 2nd down, Rosen. Nowhere to go here. He lost the football. And down inside the red zone at the 19-yard line. And with that kind of a deficit, you can't afford to make any kind of mistakes. But it's been pretty symptomatic of what we've seen all game with them, isn't it? Down this big in the 4th quarter. You'd say an afternoon to forget, absolutely. And they'll go on the ground. That one goes for 16 yards. It sets him up 1st and goal. He's still rumbling, isn't he? Still looking fresh in this one despite the heavy workload. But you and I both know, well-conditioned, and he did tell us that he thrives on being at his peak late in ball games. They'll try to run with Carson, and he will not be denied. Into the end zone, touchdown Seahawks. A great effort there. His 3rd touchdown of the game, his 8th on the year. And the Seahawks capitalize on the short field as they take it in for 6. Janikowski on for the extra point. Extra point. And the lead will swell by one more. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. The Cardinals offense now works their way back onto the field. And last time, not only the turnover, but that turned into 6 points. They got to make up for that here.
We always hear about empty possessions, but some are worse than others. You can have an empty possession, punt the ball away, get yourself set to play defense, but when you turn it over, it changes momentum, and when they take it downfield and punch it in on you, that's a bad possession all the way around.
Yeah, but you're hungry to get back out there, aren't you?
You better be, because otherwise, it's going to be a long day for you.
They'll hand it off now. Johnson. And the second wave of tacklers is going to get him as they stop him behind the line. It's a loss of 4 there, bringing up second down.
I like the strategy. Extra tight ends, extra beef. They want to run the football, but that means they probably want to run it inside. If you get strung out on the perimeter, you're in peril.
Yeah, we saw the result, negative yardage. Play action here with Rosen. He's going to wind up and air it out. And now here's another interception. Trey Flowers picks him. And he'll get this back across the midfield stripe and down to the 47-yard line. Charles, whatever's going on between his ears right now, it's just not completely calculated correctly. 7 picks between last week and this week after that one.
And they always say the most important part of a player is those 6 inches between the ears. But right now, it's all those interceptions that are going on. So whoever his trusted confidant is on the sidelines, I don't know if it's the offense coordinator, the quarterback's coach, maybe the backup quarterback, that's who he needs to get with now and get himself calm.
Looking for the out route, and he's got more. And he gets this inside the 35-yard line. They give him 13 yards there on the play and a fresh set of downs. And not totally home free yet, but it's looking good as they come up 1st and 10. And on the ground they go with a running back. And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line. It'll wind up being a loss of 2, and it'll be 2nd and 12. Time for a break. Back to finish it off on EA Sports after this. On second down, here's Wilson. Being chased out left. And he will get into the end zone. It's another touchdown. This thing is ugly.
Well, this game is definitely over, but we do know some people like to go ahead and continue to add to their score, don't we?
Yeah, I don't know that they need to add any more right now, though. I'm just starting to think about those dinner plans tonight, my friend.
Well, you and I will be thinking about dinner plans, but we also know they're playing people are thinking, how can I get some more scores for my fantasy, for other things? They're trying to figure that part out now.
By the way, last weekend we went sushi because that's what you wanted. We're going steak tonight.
I'm in.
All right. Extra point pretty close to that right upright, but he does get it to go. And that will extend this big lead. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. And they will not get a chance to return. This one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. And the Cardinals getting set to trot out there now. They are just obviously getting shellacked here in this one, Charles. What's the message if you're a coach for this final drive in a lopsided game like this?
For a lot of coaches,
be honest.
Don't forget today. Don't forget what has happened out here.
Yeah, use that as ammo going forward.
Exactly. Take a great look at that scoreboard. Realize how poorly everything went for us today. Coaching, playing, the whole deal. And never forget it, because
you're not going to want that feeling again.
No, you don't want that feeling again. And who knows? You may meet up with this team again.
Now the backup Boykin, his first throw. And an alley to run. Space to maneuver at the 40. And he'll take it to the 43-yard line.
Man, defensively, that hurts. They got him out of his rhythm. They had him hemmed in, but somehow he was able to tuck it away and get away for a gain.
One play has him up past the 40 already, and another 1st and 10. And here comes throw number 1 for the backup QB. Screen play, Johnson. No gain on the screen there. It's 2nd down.
Well, that was a simple throw and catch, but even with that completion, 0 yards gained, so they're behind schedule on down and distance.
I think they were hoping to get it to him. He could make a man or two miss, but that window closed quickly. On 2nd down, it's Boykin. Now a desperation throw deep downfield. This is caught inside the 15. And he's taken down inside the red zone past the Seattle 15. They've been struggling in the passing game. Do you like the aggressiveness there? I mean, it worked on that play, but do you like it?
I do, because a lot of the time you're struggling because your passing lanes are clogged. That usually happens when you're throwing the ball underneath. People start to press up on you. Push them deep. Find some space and open things up again. Being aggressive there, I think, will pay off for them.
And he couldn't quite get there. Tackled down at the 1. 11 more yards that go around. A 1st down as well. They come out here in the eye. They'll go with a keeper. And no signal, but I don't think he got the surge behind center. No, he's going to be kept out of the end zone. Now the Cards going to call another timeout, their 2nd, as they get it with 26 seconds to go in the football game. This time, Boykin looks to throw. Escaping the press. And he's across for the touchdown. Too little, too late. But he does get in for 6.
No wonder you're grinning. You just beat me in our fantasy league.
Indeed, I did, my good man.
And yeah, that touchdown counts for their team. But I think it counts more for the fantasy guys, doesn't it?
Yeah, it's just something maybe positive to look at on film. But this one's over, let's be honest.
Yeah, I agree with you totally on that one.
Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. This will be taken in at the 1. And he's up past the 20 to the 22-yard line. The Seattle now ready to march out of the field. They have the dream scenario you hope for coming into the game. Just one kneel here, and this game should be over.
And it's always the final play of preparation each week. The practicing of the kneel-down formation, the victory formation. We've got a game in hand, and that's all they're going to want to do now. They'll put someone back deep just in case something goes haywire. But all in all, take the snap, kneel down, and shake hands. Yes, get out of there.
Here's a handoff to Carson to begin the drive. This drive starting off on the right foot, 18 yards. Well, Charles, it's one thing to win. It's another thing to win and put up the amount of points that they did. Boy, were they clicking on offense.
They can't help but feel great about themselves, can they? I mean, what a game to put up that number of points, continually feel like they're moving the ball and things are working and clicking. They think that they can bottle this and carry it with them.
And as an offensive coordinator, you just don't think you can do anything wrong. Whatever you call, run, pass, it's all going to work.
That's called being in the zone.
So for the Seahawks, they're on a nice early roll as they move to 3-1 with a win here. And they'll return home next week to take on the LA Rams. Meanwhile, for Arizona, they'll sink now to 0-4. And they'll try to get back to their winning ways next week as they head to Santa Clara to take on the 49ers. I'm Brandon Gaudin. Certainly have to thank Charles Davis, my broadcast partner, and our entire crew. We'll catch you next time right here. It's the NFL on EA Sports.